Hello, and welcome to my humble little channel. Today, I'll be talking about some of the realities of utilizing social media platforms to promote an indie game. I'll also be talking about the methods and platforms I use to promote my own game, as well as the results I achieved. In case you are curious, my game is titled Citadel Stormer 2. I have been working on it for the last 2 years, and its gameplay footage serves as the background content for this presentation. If you're interested in wishlisting it, please use the Steam link in the description box of this video. Now, I do not profess to be an expert in game development or game marketing. In fact, I am yet to launch my first commercial game. However, as someone who has acquired some experience in promoting a game across multiple platforms, I feel I am somewhat qualified to offer a piece of advice or two on the topic at hand. So if you're a solo game developer trying to get your game noticed, you might find this video interesting. So please stick around and watch till the end. Let me begin by stating the cold reality that even after spending years developing and polishing a game, it's possible to sell very few copies if the game is not adequately promoted. As an indie game developer, do not assume that simply creating and launching a game on Steam or itch or whatever platform is enough to attract players and get them to buy your game. With hundreds of new games being released every week, you face the uphill battle of ensuring your game gets seen in some way. Of course, the better looking games will capture more attention than others. However, this doesn't imply that your game must inevitably vanish amidst the sea of competitors. In this regard, it is crucial to raise awareness of your game so as to ensure that potential players and fans are informed about its existence. The easiest and most direct way to achieve this is to share content from your game in the form of images, animated GIFs and videos on various social media platforms coupled with a short description or note. Doing this consistently and frequently will help increase your game's visibility and create opportunities for people to discover and engage with it. This would then lead to them bookmarking or wishlisting your game. And when your game finally goes on sale, they are much more likely to buy your game. Going forward, I will delve into the various methods I employed to promote my game as well as the results they produced. 1. Contacting YouTubers. When I made the first demo for my game and decided it was time to promote it, the first thing I did was reach out via email to YouTubers that covered indie games. I believe that if enough YouTubers created gameplay videos of my game, their subscribers would show interest and add my game to their wish lists and then purchase it. However, what transpired left me feeling rather disappointed. Out of the 50 or 60 YouTubers I emailed, only a few responded, and even fewer ended up doing a playthrough of my game. There were some other YouTubers who stumbled upon my game's demo and covered it on their own. While I am immensely grateful for their coverage, I cannot honestly say that their gameplay videos resulted in a significant increase in wishlists. Another thing is that most indie game channels have a small following and their videos typically receive very few views. Unless your game is exceptionally well made, there is a minimal chance that more popular indie game channels, which typically cover bigger and better produced games, would choose to feature it. That said, do keep in mind that indie game YouTubers, whether big or small, have their own schedules, constraints and preferences. They are in no way obliged to check out your game and are within their right to pick and choose what games they want to feature on their channel. So if you contact them about covering your game and they reject it, just move on and don't take it personally. 2. Posting on Reddit. Reddit is a great place to discuss indie games and indie game development, but based on my experience, it's not exactly the best platform to promote an indie game. This is due to the fact that Reddit has extremely strict posting rules. For example, if you are a new member, you can't just walk in and start posting GIFs or videos of your game. Doing so will result in the removal of your posts and potentially lead to the suspension of your account. Even if your post does make it through, it may be heavily downvoted or it could just sit there without anyone replying to it, which in my experience can be demoralizing. Nonetheless, I continue to use the various indie game boards on Reddit to post about my game. It serves as a way for me to gauge if people like my game's content. It also helps me gather feedback on graphics and gameplay. 3. Posting on Facebook. At one point during my game development journey, I thought it would be a good idea to use Facebook to promote my game. My logic was that if a billion people use that platform, I should be able to connect with at least a few thousand passionate indie game fans. So I went ahead and created a dedicated page to showcase my game and share regular updates about its progress. I expected to interact with fans of indie games, but all I ended up doing was interact with other game developers. On a good day, I'd get a like or two, but I did not receive the interaction on my posts I initially expected. After a few months, I came to the realization that Facebook was simply not a popular platform among indie game fans and discontinued using it to promote my game. 4. Posting on Instagram. At around the same time that I was on Facebook, I also tried to promote my game on Instagram. I found that while Instagram has a nice interface and a large user base, that app is meant for a very general audience and is not exactly a hub for gamers, especially those interested in indie games. Additionally, Instagram also has a limitation in terms of content format. GIFs, which are perfect for showcasing short game-related content, cannot be directly posted on Instagram. This meant I couldn't just repost the GIFs I had already posted to Reddit, but instead had to invest time and effort into creating video clips from my game solely to use for Instagram uploads. This required effort and it did not yield any benefits. While I did get a few likes here and there, I decided that maintaining an Instagram account to promote my game was not worth it and moved on. While you can still try posting on Facebook and Instagram, given my experience with those platforms, I am doubtful of their potential to serve as a platform to promote indie games. 5. Posting on Twitter. In my experience, Twitter has proven to be the most effective platform for game promotion. It allows the sharing of images, GIFs, and MP4s. By utilizing the right hashtags and crafting a well-written message, promotional content for your game can reach many people and has the potential to generate results at least in terms of views and likes. Additionally, it also provides an excellent opportunity to interact directly with indie game developers, YouTubers and influencers, fostering valuable connections within the indie gaming community. The platform also features recurring events like Screenshot Saturday and Wishlist Wednesday, which provide ideal moments to showcase and promote your game. My experience using Twitter to promote my game is mostly mixed. On some days, I receive a considerable amount of interactions and likes, whereas other days, it's very minimal. As I'm still new to Twitter, I'm still figuring out the most effective ways to utilize the platform. The only issue I've faced with Twitter so far is bot activity. Whenever a bot likes or retweets my posts, it resulted in more bots showing up and spamming my threads with links. This disrupts my experience and frustrates me. But either way, when it comes to promoting games, Twitter remains a significantly superior platform in comparison to others. And that, my friends, was a brief summary of my experience in marketing an indie game. I'd like to add that what I just talked about are simply my personal experiences with game marketing. My successes and failures may not necessarily reflect the overall reality of things. I understand that there are plenty of other things that I could have done, but my intention with this video was to simply share my experiences in the realm of indie game marketing and promotion. Before concluding this video, I want to emphasize an important point. Marketing only works if the game you are developing is good. Mediocre or average-looking games are unlikely to gain popularity through social media promotion alone. No amount of marketing can help sell a mediocre or low-quality game. Therefore, the only guaranteed way to ensure your game gets noticed and sells well is to create a game that not only looks good but also plays well. Remember, a good game forms the basis for good content, and good content is the foundation of successful marketing. It's also important to acknowledge that not all game developers possess the talent necessary to achieve such a level of excellence. Solo indie game developers, in particular, may face limitations and imperfections in their creations. Consequently, if you fall into this category, it's important to maintain realistic expectations and work within your means. In this regard, my advice is to stay humble and focus on maximizing sales and downloads as your immediate goal, rather than striving to become the next indie sensation. That's it for now. If you found this video informative and enjoyable, please leave a comment, give this video a thumbs up and share it with others. Additionally, if you'd like to stay tuned for more content like this, please consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you for your support.